Hello, I'm back. Following the state funeral of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the new cabinet has started to get to grips with a number of serious and important issues facing the country, all of which seem to have fallen victim to a phenomenon that, for better or worse, could be described as bureaucratic inertia. Apparently coined by Alan Hepton, who used it in his 2013 Commander's graphic story Sink the Wagner, the phrase basically means action impeded by unnecessary official procedures and or a disinclination to move or act. Anyway, onto the issues. First, we have Russia's war against Ukraine, leading to international sanctions being imposed on Russia. They responded by reducing the amount of oil and gas it passed to Europe in a clear attempt to blackmail the West into lifting sanctions. This was clearly done as a prerequisite for a negotiated settlement, especially in light of referendums in the area held by Russian-backed separatists on whether to become part of Russia, resulting in cost increases for goods and services, followed by economic damage and rocketing inflation. This in turn leads to the next issue, the cost of living crisis. This has prompted a number of organisations to go on strike in order to demand above inflation pay rises. Unfortunately, due to the aforementioned economic situation, the various bosses are unable to provide such pay rises, especially without certain industries undergoing wholesale reform of working practices. Yes, RMT, I'm looking at you. This brings me on to the NHS, which, due to the so-called reforms of the past, is increasingly becoming unfit for purpose, especially judging by the numbers of ambulances and their paramedics forced to wait outside hospitals to admit patients due to a lack of available beds. Now, plans to tackle the various issues have been announced, but given the problems with staff recruitment and retention, are not very helpful. Of course, bureaucratic inertia is not a new issue. I'm recording this on 25th September 2022, which is the 59th anniversary of Barnes-Wallis being granted UK patents GB 937959 and GB 957960 for the bouncing bomb, 20 years, 4 months and 8 days after the bombs were used. I can understand the need for some level of secrecy during wartime, but due to the fact the application for the patents was originally filed in 1942, I can't understand why it took so long for it to be granted, even if it had to be kept secret until 1973 under the 30-year rule. Now, I haven't mentioned what many people regard as one of the biggest issues of the lot, namely the Northern Ireland Protocol. To be honest, this is too complicated to fully deal with here, so I put that aside as a subject for a separate video. Thanks for watching. Comments and suggestions will be welcome. Feel free to like and share. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to be notified about new videos, and I'll be back soon.